going to the northeast region, to a school called Jilma Primary School. Now, in the Jilma community, this school has been in existence since, about 2015, where, let me say, the problem started in 2015, where the school had experienced rainstorms. As if you do live in the northern parts of Ghana, you realize that these things are normal. But the school's roof and other infrastructure had been broken down, the roof were torn off, all of that was happening, okay? And since that time, they've been trying to get redress. They've been trying to get restoration. They've been trying to get, all of these things resolved to no avail. We have a report for you. Let's take a look at this report. When we come back, we'll delve into some conversations.
The journey to Jilma community in the northeast region proved challenging, with the Yendi Cherpune road in a deplorable condition, riddled with potholes and rocky, sandy patches. Upon arrival at Jilma DA Primary School campus, the scene was distressing. The entire school block lay roofless, with students huddled under makeshift shelters. The school, catering to over 200 pupils, lacked proper infrastructure. Kindergarten 1 to class 2 pupils were crammed into a storeroom adjacent to the head teacher's office, all seated on the bare floor due to the absence of furniture. The head teacher lamented the difficulties in teaching and learning under such conditions.
In fact, teaching and learning is going here, but in fact, I will not tell you, we are suffering a lot. Why? Because when we come here, the children will just be on the floor. Most especially in the rainy season, we don't know where to just stay. If it is just threatening to rain, we have to close the school, then the children will go home. When you give exercise, they have to lie down, then they'll be writing. Even though you a teacher.
Which class is this?
Yes, KG1, KG2, class 1. It's a mixed class. Our problem is just the school structure. If you have enough school structure, then there's no problem. And especially when it is dry season like this, a lot of things have been happening here. Okay. Example, like when you dress and come to the class to teach, you see that wind will blow in, the dust on you. Where to just stand and write is a problem. And when it is rainy season there, that one there is worse. When it is just threatening to rain, we have to close them. They are sitting on the floor. So let's just say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will just inform them to go and wash on Wednesday. Then Thursday they will come, Friday, and they go home again. Because if they don't wash, the uniform will just be dirty. We are just appealing to the government or any other person to just help us to get a complete structure for the school.
Teachers were reluctant to accept postings to the school, given its state, resulting in only 3 teachers saving the entire student population.
The way we are suffering here, a lot of teachers came here because of the school structure. They ran away. Like we were just planning to leave the school because we can't be here suffering. No school structure.
So the staff strength is how many?
Currently, we are now 3.
Community members joined the chorus, appealing for a suitable school facility, citing the reluctance of children to attend school due to its state.
The school roof in May 2015. And we have been trying all our best, applying for writing all over to government, NGOs, companies to support us. And since then, we are still hanging to now. Even where the problem we having most was where the teachers would stay. But community, we try our best and put this building for teachers. That we're thinking that maybe we'll get a help from government or any NGOs or company to support us to put up the classroom for the students. If I hear the students are always like to come to school, the most problem is that maybe when it is a rainy season, when the learning is starting, they have to leave. And even when the sun becomes hot, they have to leave because of the structure.
Mothers expressed the burden of constantly washing their children's uniform due to prolonged sitting on the floor.
We don't have classroom for the children. When they come to school, they sit on the floor. And when they just come to school on Monday, when they go, they have to wash their uniforms. And buying soap and other things is not easy for us. No classrooms and furniture for the children. And there's access of water. We don't have water in this community for the children. After closure, they have to travel to a very far distance to fetch water. And when they don't wash their uniform, the next day, they can't come to school. So we are just begging for the government to provide us a school and the water.
In addition to the structural issues, students lack food during break after running home, disrupting the learning process. Teachers and community members call for a school feeding program.
The children here, sometimes when they come, their parents cannot cook early meal for them. Then when it is time for maybe 12 to 1, you see that teaching and learning we cannot go on well successfully. So enrollment is also high. So we wish that if a feeding ground is here, it can help to sustain the students, then they can learn well.
Upon contacting the district chief executive for Cherpune, it was revealed that a contract had been awarded for the construction of a 6-unit classroom block for the community. Engagement with community members was underway as confirmed by official documents. Until the new classrooms are constructed, students at the school will continue to endure the hardships with teaching and learning frequently disrupted by extreme weather conditions.
It's very disheartening. There's so many complex challenges that people are having to endure. You know, when I heard Elaine, the lady there say, and I think she's a teacher,
yes,
say that we're just begging. I was asking myself, should anybody,
a taxpayer, beg?
Who is a citizen and a taxpayer, should we be begging for educational facilities that are supposed to be mandatory? They're supposed to be it's your right to be educated and educated properly. Should you be begging for it? You say they have no water in the community.
No water in the community. When it rains, it's a problem.
When the sun shines, it's a problem. It's when it rains, a problem.
When any weather change affects them adversely, which is, it's so disheartening to be hearing a mother and a parent. The part that even irks me is they having to travel distances, maybe buying the water they are getting. If they are not buying, as we saw a week ago, the water itself they may be fetching, they are sharing it with animals. And they may have to come home and try to purify it for even drinking, thoughtless of washing. Now the children are losing so many school hours because if they go on Monday and Tuesday, they repeat the dresses, the uniforms, meaning they may have to stay at home because they have to wash it on Wednesday. Wear it again on Thursday and watch it on Friday and keep losing school hours. Meanwhile, they'll be writing exam with children in Accra, the Montessoris and the rest. So these children have to lack, they have to suffer and go through this turmoil alone. And they are begging NGOs. And this has been going on for years. It's not even 1 year, even if it is 6 months. It is a huge challenge for a community to be begging, a voting community, a tax-paying community, to be begging for what is rightly theirs, what they need as a people to be able to survive. Children are the future leaders, but they are being deprived of what they require to be able to build themselves as our future leaders. I'm sure the DC is on the line and maybe able to speak.
Let's talk to her. We have DC with us, Hajia Zuwera Nashiru Mada. She's on the line this morning, the DC of Cherpone. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you very much.
So, can you give us any update as to what you know about the Jilma Primary School?
Oh, yes. Yes, good morning to you and your cherished listeners. I think that Jilma So it's been a source of worry to myself as the Honorable DC and the entire Jilma community. And I think that the school was ripped off by storm. And around 2017, a contract of 3-unit classroom block was awarded. It funds there. And then for one or two reasons that I will not be able to tell for the contractor, he finally vacated the site. So we have been battling with that issue, and fortunately, just last month, we have gone to take site to give them a 6-unit classroom block with a 2-star KVIP.
Honorable, what was the reason for the other contractor abandoning the site? Do you know what happened? I
honestly do not know. I only know that in 2017, it was one of the classroom blocks that was awarded. And the recent visit I paid to Jilma, I saw a finishing end of the funds that was put there to start with the project. But unfortunately, I cannot say the reason why the contractor vacated that site.
So what's to say, what assurances can you give us that this new contractor that has come on the project, we're not going to have a repeat of the same?
Yes, so this time the contract is actually coming from the Social Investment Fund, and it is the consultant came to take the site and to do bills for it.
Social Investment Fund, is this from the Assembly?
Say again?
The Social Investment Fund, is this from the Assembly?
No. I mean the Social Investment Fund.
Yes.
Yes.
Social Investment Fund of what? What's the source? When you say Social Investment Fund, who's from where? Finance Ministry or where? I want to understand.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Honorable, go ahead.
Yes, so currently it is still at the stage of the billing. And when they are done with it, the award will be done. And we are very hopeful that this time it is going to see the day of light.
I see. What does it make you? How does it make you feel when you see the images of these children sitting on the bare floor in this way? And it's been like this since 2015. They've been in this situation, you know.
It is very disheartening. If you ask the Honorable Assembly member and then the chiefs and the committee members, I think my last visit there would have been about the third visit that I have been to that community, just to listen to their rules and then see how to be able to get a project there. So if you even watch the trend in the assembly, you realize that even in our DDS, it was captured to go there and give them a 3-unit classroom block. Okay. But unfortunately, that fund had not been released. And so when SIF asked us about our pressing needs and the communities that needed agent attention, Jilma was the first one to give to them again. So that once they are not too sure of the DDS and the funding that it will come, we would start with this project with them for the meantime.
Okay.
Honorable.
Yes.
Hi, this is a question most people will ask, but how long have you been in office?
This is my 3rd year.
And
in 2020.
And in your third year, the contract was rewarded in 2017, and now let's say in 2021 you came into office.
Yes.
Has there been any sort of thought when it comes to a drainage system for them, when it comes to a type of water system for them, a borehole, a treatment plant? Because we may be building the facilities for them. A 3-unit block has been awarded to a contractor. It's been it's on course. It's being built, but you realize that in the 9 years, they have been traveling distances to fetch water. So if there's no water after the building is done, definitely they will get chairs and the rest of the amenities. But another thing that will make them lose school hours is the fact that there may be no borehole over there for them to be getting the constance of water supply. So then there are going to be the excuses of them not coming to school, and we may be going back again, although we may have solved one more problem. Please, what's being done about their water system?
Yes, so their water system, they have one borehole. It is just that it doesn't give them enough water. So just, I think 2 weeks ago again, we had the opportunity to select communities for borehole, and Jilma was again selected. So they have also gone there to search for a place that they can get water to drill for them. And so I'm very optimistic that in a month or 2, they will be having a second borehole in Jilma community.
And what is the school? What's their number?
The
entire school, Jilma School, the entire school, the Jilma Primary School.
No, I don't have that offhand.
Okay.
But the last time I visited, it was a good number. That I saw.
So do we think 2 community boreholes will help? Because if there are boreholes and the school is open, definitely other people, community members, will want to come and fetch, thereby depriving them also of getting the water that they are supposed to get. So by the time they are in school, somebody else has come to fetch water, and because there's no other form of drainage system to be pumping water into the borehole, they will always be lacking as students.
Yes, so that is very true. So in honesty, this last week borehole, I asked if they could check around the school so that they site the borehole around the school. But unfortunately, I understand that around the school they could not, so they shifted forward a bit.
So it will be locked, or it will be protected in a way that it will be known to the public that this borehole belongs to the students and students alone?
Well, the entire Jilma community population is less than 700.
700.
Yeah, roughly 600 thereabouts. And normally, if their borehole was even giving us enough water, there are other communities that do not have water at all, potable water at all. But it is because it is not giving them enough water. That is why we're thinking of adding them a second borehole. So in fact, I think that if the second borehole comes, it will be enough for the entire community with their students.
Honorable, can we say that within a space of 3 months or 6 months, we can call you and we'll know that there will be a change for the students?
It is my prayer. It is my prayer that in 2-3 months, this school matter should be one that we should be able to address, and the second borehole should also be one that we should be able to address.
Right. Do you have any?
Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you for joining us this morning on Breakfast
I am
Daily.
more grateful. I'm just continually pleading with the people of Jilma to continue to exercise restraint for us, and that as and when we get the necessary logistics, we will attend to them. Thank you very much.
All right, so we've been speaking with Hajia Zuwera Nashiru Mada. She is the DCE for Tripoli. And this story initially was, brought to us we were alerted of this situation by Moses Bumpo, who is a community member. Now, interestingly, he's brought other stories to us before. which when we talked about it here on the community development segment, some NGOs reached out to those communities then and brought some respite to the schools in providing facilities, borehole, furniture, other things. This school situation is quite a dire one. And I mean, I'm sure there's so many people who are watching who would have various ideas and intentions to intervene. I think that especially people who hail from the community, who have maybe left and are living elsewhere in the other parts of the country and other parts of the world, right, can also look at it and say, look, this is where we came from. Why don't we go back and help?
We may not even have spoken about the teachers and their conditions.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean,
we may not even have spoken about them. The children,
as you can see,
definitely they may be suffering. And you know, one thing one of the teachers said that really touched my heart: the children want to learn. They are willing. They come to school. The eagerness is there, but they are not getting the material, the logistics, everything that they need. They are not getting it. And look at the child's knees. The child has been kneeling so much. Look at her knees.
I wonder what it would cost to provide benches, right, Elaine? Not even desks, just something to sit on, right? Benches for them to just sit.
In this day and age, look at the board they are writing.
So if you gave them 20 benches, all those children that we saw in the classroom would be seated, not on the floor.
And at least a makeshift table with bamboo, with something.
You know, I mean, I just think that there's so much more that we can do and we should be doing, okay? And it's very unfortunate that we've left things to be like this, right? Well, this has been the community development segment, and this story we brought to you. I believe that there will be respite for them, and as the DCE said, in a few months, she says, what, 2 to 3 months?
2 to 3 months. That is why I intentionally give a span of 6 months.
The water systems should be up and running for them. At least that will bring some relief. But we're hoping that the schools too, they will do right by the children of the Jilma Primary School.